So now back to the Heart Sutra, because, this is where we're getting our information from. I'll go back to... okay, so, therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there's no form, no sensation, no perception, no memory, and no consciousness. Okay? So here we're given the recipe. This is how you do it. You want to create a quantum supercomputer, get rid of sensation, perception, memory, and consciousness. Wipe them out. Have a consciousness that's free of all of that. It's not even consciousness anymore. It's emptiness that is non-difference, all right? No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No shape, no sound, no smell, no taste, no feeling, no thought. All right? Wipe it all out. All of that is detritus that constricts your ability to recreate, right? You want a tabula rasa. Erase whatever you've written on your tablets of destiny and open them up so that a new destiny can be written, right? Maktub. No element of perception from eye to conceptual consciousness. No causal link. This is an important sentence. No causal link from ignorance to old age and death. There's no reason why one has to lead to the other. And no end of causal link from ignorance to old age and death. No suffering. Okay, the first noble truths, right, where you're suffering, the reason you're suffering is that there's thirst, there's desire. We can get you to nirvana if you'll give up the desire. Just follow the Eightfold Path. This is the way, right? Well, here is the total inversion of that, original Buddhist teaching. This is another turning of the wheel of the Dharma. And he's saying no suffering, no source of suffering, no relief, no path. Okay? You're there. Oh, you're there already. There's nothing to do. Right? Buddhism is obsolete. Okay? This completes it already. No knowledge, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Okay? You have to have both no attainment and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, without attainment, bodhisattvas take refuge in the prajnaparamita, this wisdom, the wisdom of all of this, and live without walls of the mind. Okay? Does your mind contain walls? Many people have dreams that they're walking along walls, usually walls of a castle or a bastion, right? Those walls are the symbol of the ego that does not permit you to have infinite consciousness. It stops you in your tracks. So, no walls in the mind. Without walls of the mind, and thus without fears. No walls, no fears. The wall creates the fear. What's on the other side of the wall, right? Remember the end of the Baron? Open the gates. Get rid of the walls. And then you'll see there's no enemy. If you have a wall, you have an enemy. The enemy is the unknown. It's the negative projection. That's the crocodile. Okay. Therefore, let's see, where did I end up? Okay, without walls of the mind and thus without fears, they see through delusions and finally nirvana. In other words, you will see through nirvana. Even nirvana is an illusion, right? Nirvana was the big prize for the Buddhists in the Hinayana phase. And now they're saying, wait a minute, nirvana is just, we didn't mean it, you know. We wanted to motivate you to meditate. So we said, yeah, you'll get to nirvana, you'll get out of here, you know, freedom. Sorry, doesn't work that way. So there is no nirvana. Sorry, folks. So much for Buddhists, right? But this is Buddhism. Okay. So all Buddhas, past, present, and future, also take refuge in prajnaparamita. But of course, are there any Buddhas of the past or the future? Isn't the past and the future just your projection? If there's a Buddha, can it be anyone but you? Right? If you see a Buddha on the road, what are you supposed to do? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So there ain't no Buddhas on the road except your projection of the self. Don't project. Okay. And realize unexcelled, perfect enlightenment. The Sanskrit would be Samyak Sambodhi. Right? We have above and of that name. Samyak, it's actually fully is Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Anuttara is the unexcelled. That was originally one of the names of Shiva. That's what you attain. Unexcelled, perfect enlightenment. You should therefore know the great mantra of Pragyaparamita, the mantra of great magic, the unexcelled mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, which heals all suffering and is true, not false. Very interesting. He has to emphasize that. Here's one case where true and false are not polar opposites that are equal. I don't think that's the case. I think it's both true and false. Okay, and I'll prove it to you. But, mantra. Man means mind, all right? We know that. And tra is from meaning a protection of the mind, or the ability to transport the mind to other dimensions. But in Sanskrit, a mantri is an advisor, a minister. The word minister comes from mantri. A prime minister, right, is the chief advisor to the king or the queen, right? So the mantri is the one who is able to give the mantra. So the mantra is the advice or the instruction as to how to reach unexcelled enlightenment. The mantra in Pragyaparamita is spoken thus. Okay, so here's the punchline of the Heart Sutra. This is it, the treasure you've all been waiting for that will bring you to perfect enlightenment, right? What's it worth to you? Unfortunately, I don't have copyright on this, so no royalties come to me. But here it is. Are you ready for this now? Take notes. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhi, swaha. Now that's self-explanatory, isn't it? Okay. Gate. Very interesting word, gate. And he's giving it in the Sanskrit, and he's not translating it. Thanks, Red Pine. The one sentence that we needed translated, it's not there, right? He does give a commentary, I'll give him credit, at the end of the book, but it's not of that much help. Okay. But you can understand it very easily if you can play the game of pool. Gate it comes from another term that's used in Buddhism called the Tathagata. Tathagata, which is another word for the Buddha. All right? And so the word gate and gata come from the same. And the way it's generally translated in the context of the Heart Sutra is it means gone, disappeared. Gate, you're gone, gone. Okay? What is it? Why twice? You're gone not only physically but mentally. Gone, gone. But then paragate, you're completely gone. Okay? Meaning not even an I thought is left. Not a world, nothing. You've got to be so completely gone that you're a goner with no way back. All right? And then parasamgate. Not only are you completely gone, but you never were. You understand? You never existed even to be gone. That's bodhi. That's the Buddha nature. Swaha. Right? It's over. There's nothing left. You understand? Punto. That's what you have to get to. Gone, gone, gone. But here's the point that I want to say why that's inadequate. Because if you go to ask what is the meaning of tathagata, they will say it can mean thus gone, but it can also mean thus come. Right? To use a Talmudic pilpul, it's the opposite. This is the way, if you go to a yeshiva, this is the way they'll argue. Yes, it's like that, but actually it's like this. All right? So what you have to understand is you're not just gone, you've arrived. That's what it means to get here. Why is the Buddha an avatar? Why is the principle of the sameness the same as the nothingness? Okay? So our problem is we haven't got here yet. We're in this middle limbo in which we're not here and we're not gone. Right? So it's worthless. It's not neither here nor there. We have to be completely gone in order to be completely here. And when we're completely here, we're here as gods. And that's when, watch out, because we become a network of super intelligences that form a supercomputer within the phenomenal plane. That's our purpose. Namaste.
Namaste.